Okay, so the title was actually really easy for me. I mean, I've been thinking about it for 2.5, 3 years about writing this book. So the title, you'd think that I've already come up with a million times, but I really haven't. Um, People always say the title is one of the hardest things to do, and it really is when it's something big, and you just really wanna make it good. You really want it to fit. For a while, it was going to be the life of a boy because I started thinking about this when I was 13 technically, but then I started really thinking about it a couple of years ago. Um, and I had various different uh, versions, Jesus, versions of that title, but none of them really fit, and they were a little too egotistical, and I think that was really what it was. It was making a point of my age, which I don't need to. I don't need to do that. And I'm as old as I am. I think the way I do. That's it. I don't need to point that out in a title of a book. So the title I came up with, I was actually around looking for jobs, and I came up with this title, and I was like, I thought about it for about 5 seconds, and I was like, I gotta go home and I gotta write this title down and start the book. I just I couldn't lose the title because it was perfect. And once I put the title down, I wrote down 3 pages. The title is My Journey to Balance, Peace, and Wisdom. Now, balance, peace, and wisdom is a personal mantra of mine. I say it when I'm feeling down. I think that, those are the 3 things that I strive for in every field of my life. I think for me, I need to have balance first before I can have peace. And then after I have peace, I can learn, true knowledge about whatever it is. Now, it's probably different for every single person. That's why it was such a perfect title, because it's my journey, no one else's. Now, the type of book it is basically a memoir. You know, uh, I'm really excited about it. I really need to start buckling down. Like I said, I need to, professional writers are professional writers. They write for their life. So I gotta really start thinking about that. I I need to start setting a set time every day to write, no matter what. Um, I know I've heard about different kinds. There's people who work full time and then set aside 2 hours after they get home to write every day, and they would take the weekends off. I've heard of people who are able to not work and write 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and take the weekends off. And then I've heard of people who write 5 hours a day, every day of the week, 7 days a week, 7 days out of the week. And I've really got to get a time schedule like that. I'm able to be supportive right now. I want a part-time job, and I'm still looking. And I spoke of a lumber team on the last video. That is something that I'm thinking about. Getting on getting on a team of people. Looking around. I don't know what they're called honestly, and I got to look into it. It's something that I've thought about. I don't know much about. I want to look into and find out what I would have to do. Basically, I'm not saying I'm gonna do it, but I'm saying it interests me, and it's 2 birds with 1 stone. It's good money, and I am getting a chick. So, win-win. But I still need to set a set amount of time every day out of the week, 4 days out of the week, 5 days out of the week, something. I need to start a schedule of writing that I follow, like a job, because it's the only way that I'll finish this in a year or less. Because I don't really know how long it's going to be. It's basically my life up till now. And I'm not saying that I've reached the stage of wisdom in any particular field of my life right now, but that's what makes it a journey, is it never really ends. I may reach that point in one field, but just by reaching that point in that field, it starts another six fields that need to be balanced. And just think of it as this: every time I reach the the point of wisdom on a field, that would be considered like a meadow being in perfect balance. Like it knows how to run. Its ecosystem is perfect. But by doing that, there are five more fields surrounding that need to begin that process so they don't destroy that one. And since it's my fields, I make the conscious decision. All right, balance this, balance this, balance this, and work on them all separately. But as I go. Um, as you can see, I'm a little bit more calm about these things than I was the other day. But it's only because I'm holding it all back. Ugh, like, ugh. Okay, so not everybody does this, not everybody believes in it, but cleansing, just ridding your body of bad vibes, basically. You can go further spiritually into that ideology, whatever that word is. I can't think of it right now. It's gonna bug me, and I'm gonna look it up right after this video. Um, but whenever I get a bunch of chills, one after the other, constant, boom, 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 I feel those bad vibes just slipping out of my feet and just dispersing. That's Whenever that happens. What was just happening now, when I couldn't really talk and that my voice was kind of high pitched, that happened right after I started thinking about how I feel about everything I'm going through right now. Like, it's so weird. It's right underneath the surface of everything I do and everything I think. Like, the moment I thought about how I feel about what I'm doing and what I've been thinking and how I've been thinking it, the moment, like the split second I did, I got those chills and I just could barely contain myself. It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling to feel that good just about the way you are, the way you think, the way you see things. It's a wonderful feeling to be that content and that excited about it. I I cannot imagine living any other way now. It's gonna be a challenge writing this book because it's been hard to keep track of where my mind's been the last 5 years. Because like each step I've taken, I feel, and I don't feel like I'm exaggerating, has been so profound and so monumental for me. It's been like 10 leaps to the next spot. And just everything before that is just so hard to remember because I'm already so far ahead of it. It's hard for me to understand the way I was thinking 3 months ago after everything that I've gone through in the last month. It is so hard, but I feel it. Like, I feel everything I went through at that time has just added to this. Okay, I'm not gonna make another video. It's late and it's already at 9:52. So, thanks for listening to me rant and me get excited in my plans, and I'll catch you guys this Saturday.